I was diagnosed with a very mild case of sleep apnea. When I went to the sleep doctor, the neurologist, he said my only option was one of those CPAP machines. I used and tried to use the CPAP machine for about 9 months, and honestly, it made it worse for me. Traveling with the CPAP, even, they have little compact ones, was never fun. Right? It was never a great thing. It would have been worth it. I would never have complained if the darn thing worked, right? But it never did. I was waking up multiple times a night, wake up in the morning more tired than I was when I went to bed at night. I would have afternoons where I just wanted to go to sleep. I looked up, I did my chat GPT, I did Google, I looked up a bunch of information on what alternatives would be. Dr. Stock's website, Smile Brookline, came up, did my fast review. I was so desperate. And then I called here and I talked to you, Thomas. And you gave me such great information that really resonated with me because I wasn't feeling heard in the neurologist's office. There was one way we were going to do this, and that's it. That's how I found out about you, and I couldn't be happier with the result.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Talk a little bit about the customized oral sleep appliance for sleep apnea that Dr. Stock has made for you, had made by a dental lab. What your experience has been using it, ease of use, putting it in, taking it out,
Sure.
and so forth.
What I noticed, and I would say the first evening, is a total shift. When I woke up, I wasn't tired anymore. I didn't feel that kind of post-noon lull where I would start getting distracted and fuzzy. It was crazy, Thomas, that within one use, it just felt a little too good to be true, and yet there I was. It's 2 pieces, they're attached by a wire. It's not quite the same as like what I would use to sleep for grinding, right? It's attached. What it does is the top part, so your upper, is moved back, and it almost like kind of creates this. For me, my airways don't have an issue down here. They have an issue within my mouth, which I had no idea. My tongue is too much attached, right? There's just not a lot of space for air to come in and out of my body, whether I'm breathing through my mouth or breathing through my nose. What this thing does is, number one, you just carry it around in a case. So talk about convenient, right? It's in my purse. But you put this thing in, what it ends up doing for someone like me is actually creating space for the air to come in and come out. So every morning for 10 minutes while I'm showering, I'm just doing these exercises, which is essentially moving my tongue to the back of my throat, grinding down and kind of cementing back where my mouth should go.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that. What advice would you give to someone who's doing a Google search, they're a current CPAP user like you were, or someone who's got sleepiness and they're not sure if they have sleep apnea?
If you are waking up multiple times a night to so on called like to go to the bathroom, chances are you didn't really have to go to the bathroom. You need to solve that. Sleep is so critically important. It doesn't matter how old you are. Just go for it. You literally have nothing to lose. Everyone's been so honest with me here, right? There were a few different things that are wrong with my mouth. There could have been just thousands and thousands of dollars sunk in to doing very invasive corrective surgeries. And instead of doing that, we are taking a step-by-step approach. You're meeting me where I am as opposed to looking at hey, this is an opportunity to sell a bunch of stuff and a bunch of services. So whoever you go with, I would definitely go with a dentist that is really trying to pinpoint the problem with you. Go for it. Don't wait. I really don't know why you would.